See, I want to know how to be that 1 in 85. And this is what I'm talking about. I saw a video on YouTube where they did a exercise where they had 85 police officers attacked. Persons wearing one of those combat suits so that I guess the attacker's not hurt so much. He's attacking a police officer. In the middle of the attack, he pulls out a knife and stabs at the police officer. This is to drive the point home to the cop that you can be stabbed and not know it. Now, as I've told my students before, I know that can happen because I was in the reserves with cops. I wasn't a cop. They were cops. One of the cops, my boy Prophet, my guy, he got stabbed, and he told me he didn't know he got stabbed until he said he'd already cuffed the guy, went to order some food afterwards, and the person behind the counter said, "You're bleeding." And then he looked down and he's like, "Oh, I'm bleeding, I guess." So he said it just felt like somebody was punching him in the stomach. He didn't even feel like he got stabbed. So anyway, so I already knew about that. But they said only 1 in 85 of the cops in that exercise was able to recognize the knife and stop and neutralize the knife. Now my question is, what did that 1 in 85 have that nobody else had? I want to know. See, when we're trying to modernize and what we feel is improving upon the martial arts, people are saying, "Oh, just separate martial arts from self-defense and all that." No, nuh-uh. I don't want to separate anything. I don't want to separate martial arts into self-defense or martial arts from in the mixed martial arts, traditional martial arts. I don't want to do any of that. Any of the divisions, external, the internal, or whatever. What did that 1 in the 85 have that everybody else didn't? See, I feel like we should be striving to become the 1 in 85. Was it his fitness? Was it his physical fitness? Did he do a lot of meditation? It could be that. It could be none of that. Did he just have a genetic advantage that you just have to pray to God that you have? Was he a religious person? Did he pray and God gave him the ability? But we don't know though. Or if somebody does know, they're not sharing. I want to know how to be that 1 in 85. Right now, my gut tells me it's just a matter of practice, practice, practice. But I don't know. I don't know. But again, see, why can't we try to become that 1 in 85? Why do we always have to try to act like we can only go after martial arts techniques that have gross motor movement? If gross motor movement means big, simple movements. So basically, if it can't be done by the frontal cortex, we act like we shouldn't use it in the martial arts. So basically, if you can't get a gorilla to do it, or a chimpanzee, then we take it out of martial arts? Is that what we're saying? Now, I know when you get scared, or you're in a fight, you're going to lose some finesse and some pizzazz on whatever movement you got. That's fine. But I thought that we were supposed to learn how to overcome a lot of that so that we can think under pressure. And I don't mean stand there and run algebra calculations while somebody's trying to stab you, but be able to get into that moment. Remember the whole thing of Mushin, no mind? Of being able to react in the moment to what's happening at the time so that you can survive. So again, what makes the 1 in 85? That is what I think is the real answer. Did he know pressure points? Did he do chi work? You know? Was it just pure luck? What makes you that 1 in 85 practitioner? Is that what it means to be a grand master? Or can you get it as a master? What does it mean? What does it mean for you to be that 1 in 85? I want to know, and I think that should be our goal. It shouldn't necessarily be, being in a cage. And, you know, I'd like to know, did that 1 in 85 person, was he a combat veteran? Was he a combat veteran? Was he not? Was it even a he? I don't know. All I know is that it was that this 1 in 85 police officer was able to see the knife, deal with the knife. Had he been threatened by a knife before? Is that why he was able to react? I know me personally, I got threatened by a knife when I was in high school. And then, was it probably a decade? Yeah, it had to be at least a decade later. Some student in class came at me off guard. I thought he had a real knife, so I reacted. I stopped short of breaking his arm, and I'm not exaggerating. I stopped short of breaking his arm once I could see that it was a fake knife. And I noticed that I was a brown belt. I noticed the black belts were over there cracking up and in tears laughing. And the head instructor goes, I see you've dealt with a knife before, for real, haven't you? Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. You know, I guess I might have been that 1 in 85. So I guess if I am a 1 in 85er, I still can't help you because I don't know if I don't even know if I am one. And if I am one, I don't know how to make another one. Not right now. And if that makes me less of a teacher, then so be it. So I want to know how you can become that 1 in 85. And then how can you teach other people to be that 1 in 85? Or can you teach that other people to be a 1 in 85? If somebody knows, leave a comment or something, or send me an email and let me know. Thank you.